Standing for over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. Built as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu, it once stood at 146 meters, making it the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years. How was it built? Scholars are still debating. Some believe that over 100,000 workers, using simple tools and ingenuity, created this engineering marvel. The interior of the pyramid has narrow passageways and chambers that once held treasures, but most of these have long been looted. A testament to human ambition, the Great Pyramid remains an iconic symbol of Egypt's ancient civilization. Did you know the Eiffel Tower was almost torn down? Built in 1889 by Gustave Eiffel for the World's Fair, it was originally meant to be temporary and nearly dismantled 20 years later. But it was saved, thanks to its usefulness as a radio antenna during World War I. Today, it's one of the most visited monuments in the world, welcoming nearly 7 million people every year. And here's a fun fact: the Eiffel Tower actually grows. In summer, the metal expands, making it about 15 centimeters taller due to heat. The tower weighs around 10,000 tons and is repainted every 7 years to keep it looking brand new. From nearly being torn down to becoming an iconic symbol of Paris, the Eiffel Tower holds more secrets than you'd expect. Covering over 5.5 million square kilometers, the Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. It's often called the lungs of the planet, producing around 20% of the world's oxygen. This biodiversity hotspot is home to over 10% of all known species on the planet, including rare animals like jaguars, pink river dolphins, and over 400 billion trees. The Amazon River, the lifeline of the forest, is the second longest river in the world, flowing over 6,400 kilometers. Indigenous tribes have lived here for thousands of years, with some communities still uncontacted by the modern world. But, did you know? The Amazon is under threat from deforestation. Nearly 20% of the forest has been lost in the last 50 years, which could have devastating effects on the planet. The Amazon is a treasure trove of life, vital for the health of our planet. Protecting it is more important than ever. Welcome to Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth. Temperatures here can drop as low as -89.2 degrees Celsius, recorded at the Vostok Station in 1983. Despite the extreme cold, Antarctica is home to fascinating wildlife like penguins, seals, and even some hardy seabirds. However, no permanent human population exists, only researchers live here in temporary bases. With 70% of the world's fresh water trapped in its ice, Antarctica plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate. Scientists from around the globe study here to understand its impact on global weather patterns. But Antarctica is changing. Rising global temperatures are causing ice sheets to melt faster, contributing to rising sea levels worldwide. Antarctica may be remote, but its future affects us all. It's the coldest, yet one of the most important places on Earth. Every country has its own food traditions, but some are truly unique. Let's explore some of the strangest food customs from around the world. In Sweden, there's surströmming, a fermented herring fish known for its strong odor. It's so potent, it's usually eaten outdoors. How about a crunchy snack? In Thailand, fried insects like crickets and grasshoppers are a popular street food, packed with protein. In Iceland, you'll find hakal, a dish made from fermented shark meat. It's buried for months to remove toxins and has a strong, ammonia-like taste. Then there's queso marzu in Sardinia, Italy, cheese with live maggots inside. Yes, you heard that right. Some people say the maggots add an extra flavor. From fermented fish to insect snacks, food traditions around the world can be surprising. Would you dare try any of these? Stonehenge, one of the world's greatest mysteries. Built over 4,000 years ago in England, this ancient stone circle continues to baffle archaeologists. The massive stones, some weighing up to 25 tons, were transported over 240 kilometers, long before the invention of modern tools. But how did they do it? Some believe it involved complex engineering, while others suggest supernatural theories. Stonehenge is perfectly aligned with the movements of the sun. During the summer and winter solstices, The sun rises and sets directly through specific stones. Many believe this proves Stonehenge was an ancient astronomical calendar. But there's more. Excavations around Stonehenge have uncovered burial sites, leading some to believe it was a sacred place for rituals and ceremonies. Despite centuries of research, the true purpose of Stonehenge remains a mystery. The Great Wall of China is one of the most iconic landmarks on Earth, but did you know it stretches over 21,000 kilometers? That's more than half the length of the equator. Contrary to popular belief, the Great Wall isn't a single continuous structure. It's made up of multiple walls built by different dynasties over 2,000 years. Millions of workers, including soldiers and prisoners, were involved in its construction, and sadly, many died in the process. Some even say their bodies were buried within the wall. Here's a mythbuster. The Great Wall isn't visible from space with the naked eye, despite popular belief. From defending China against invaders to becoming a global symbol, the Great Wall of China is an engineering marvel packed with history and mystery. Imagine a place where the sun doesn't set for weeks. In parts of Norway, that's exactly what happens during summer. But why? It all comes down to the Earth's tilt. Norway lies near the Arctic Circle, and during the summer months, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Between late May and late July, regions like northern Norway experience the midnight Sunday. The sun stays above the horizon for 24 hours a day, creating endless daylight. This phenomenon is more intense the closer you get to the North Pole. In the town of Troms, the sun doesn't set for over 2 months. It's a unique experience, but it also means long, dark winters. The midnight sun is one of the many wonders that make Norway truly special. Think the Sahara Desert is just endless sand? Think again. This vast desert is the largest hot desert in the world, but it's far more diverse than you might expect. Beyond the iconic sand dunes, the Sahara features rocky plateaus, mountains, and even salt flats. Some areas receive only a few millimeters of rain each year, while others experience surprising bursts of life during rare rain showers. Despite its harsh conditions, the Sahara is home to resilient wildlife, including camels, fennec foxes, and hardy plants like acacia trees that thrive in this arid environment. And it's not just about nature. The Sahara is rich in history, with ancient rock art and archaeological sites that reveal the desert's role as a crossroads of human civilization for thousands of years. So next time you think of the Sahara, remember, it's a land of surprising diversity and deep history, more than just endless sand. Did you know the Nile River is the world's longest river? Stretching over 6,650 kilometers, it flows through 11 countries in northeastern Africa, from its source in Uganda to its mouth in Egypt. The Nile has 2 major tributaries, the White Nile, starting from Lake Victoria, and the Blue Nile, which begins in Ethiopia. Together, they form the mighty river that has shaped civilizations for thousands of years. Ancient Egypt thrived thanks to the Nile, relying on its seasonal floods to irrigate crops. Even today, millions of people depend on it for water, agriculture, and transportation. It's also home to diverse wildlife like hippos, crocodiles, and hundreds of bird species that flourish along its banks. So, the next time you think of the Nile, remember, it's not just the world's longest river, but a lifeline for millions and a cradle of human history.